That's your forecast.
There's a one we missed on last week. Daniel Jones.
Oh, I really like talking about Daniel Jones.
Breaking news in the NFL. This news just coming down. Daniel Jones signing with the Colts.
Signed in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
So, I mean, where are you at with Anthony Richardson then? We can start there. If you don't care about Daniel Jones, like, whatsoever.
Then literally nothing happened.
Okay, so that's how you see it. It's just they signed a backup.
They signed a backup.
Okay.
Even though I don't have that much hope, like, I don't have that much belief in Anthony Richardson,
right?
They still just signed a backup.
I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Whiplash, but this guy brought in a drummer to compete with the guy just to motivate him. I think maybe they just brought Daniel Jones just to have the pretense of a competition and maybe boost his confidence or maybe even humble him first. Like, I don't know. Like,
I agree.
It's like they're both not good. They haven't been. Like, we picked like the two worst starting QBs to battle each other out.
Yep. I agree for the most part. Like, Shane Steichen, their coach, has even talked about that, how he said it's going to be a competition. Like, we're bringing somebody in, because we want that motivation. We want to push him, outside his boundaries and stuff. And I think Daniel Jones is the perfect name to bring in, honestly, because he's bad enough where Richardson, if he's going to be good, should look better. But he's average enough that if Richardson doesn't look better than him, you need to move on. It's time to go.
Right.
So he's a good enough line where it's like, okay, if you can't beat out Daniel Jones through all of training camp with receivers you've had 2 years with already, in a system you have 2 years with now, it's not going to look good for his future prospects.
That's actually a really good point.
I think they're both going to play this year. I don't see it's going to be a split season in my eyes. We're probably getting anywhere from 4 to 8 games from either of them. Just depends on injuries and stuff. They both have awful injury histories and bad turnover histories. So, I mean,
bad sack histories.
I will say,
I don't know about the guy's sack. What are you talking about here?
Getting sacked.
Oh.
I'll say if I had to pick one to start in fantasy, I'd much rather have Richardson.
Yeah.
Just for the upside, because I know that they're both really bad, passers. And I don't think the difference in 12 points from Daniel Jones is going to make or break my week if Anthony Richardson gives me a 3-point week. I probably lost anyway, so I'm starting there with those guys. However, if Daniel Jones is starting, I at least have some hope for Josh Downs and Michael Pittman and Adonai Mitchell and potentially one of these tight ends like Warren or Loveland that keep getting mocked to Indianapolis over and over and over. I mean, it's every single time they get mocked there. So it's at least nice from that perspective where the pass catchers have a chance to at least maybe show a little something. And guys like Adonai Mitchell, we've talked about, he didn't break the 575 mark or whatever, but he led the league in almost every deep ball metric possible, like by efficiency standards. Like, he was wide open, just not catchable balls, right? Yeah. And for guys like him, if he can just catch a couple, you'll probably see his value bounce back a little because it'll instantly be Anthony Richardson sucks. It was all his fault, guys hyping their own guy back up. So it might at least give you a chance to get out on guys if you don't like them. That's how I'm looking at it right now.
It's not like Daniel Jones is a great passer, though.
No, he's not.
But he is better than what Anthony Richardson does with the 6 for 20, completion.
Yeah, I think Daniel Jones will have better than the worst ever completion percentage.
Yeah, not even 100 yards a game. He'll get 200 yards a game on 6 completions.
Yeah.
And
Jones at least made Neighbors like a wide receiver too this year. He had some big spike games.
Yeah.
Wandale, for as bad of an NFL player as he is, and had the worst yards per catch in NFL history for a guy with more than 30 catches.
I don't think you should just make
fun of him. No, it was bad. His yards per catch was the worst by 3 yards for a single season this year.
He was doing his job.
Basically, not even as much as running the ball.
Yeah, literally. It's it wasn't worth
3.5 yards
running that play. It's not worth the potential for the incompletion or the interception. But yeah, I think all the Colts receivers, those big three at least, are all better than everything that Daniel Jones has had in New York, besides for Blake Lakers. So, at least they have a chance, maybe. That's where I'm at with it. But it's, I think it's a sneaky ad on either of those guys. If somebody's now looking at Richardson this is my last chance to get out, I can get him for basically nothing. Or even Daniel Jones, if it's I'm looking at somebody who's going to be in a quarterback battle this year as my QB2. If I can have Daniel Jones and be like, all right, I have 2 shots. It's just off my shots for a QB2 on a given week.
I was talking to Josh about something where he was saying if he doesn't have a top 15 quarterback, he's just going to play a position player.
Yeah, I mean it's fair. If the matchup's not right,
we haven't talked about it.
It's hidden far away, though someday I may tell.